Hey, this is Mark Henry, author of Dancing with Energy, Healing, Magic, and Mysticism, here to talk to you more about the occult and the paranormal. Well, today I'm going to be talking about another episode of my Faces of the Occult series. So this is Faces of the Occult, Dick Sutphen. Before I begin, as usual, I just wanted to remind you that I have an attunement store, and I am offering spirit attunements, connections, to enhance your life, upgrade your magic, achieve your goals. So if that is something you're interested in, and you are generally interested in the occult and the paranormal, then that might be something for you. So if that applies to you and you want to check it out, I'll put a link in the description. Okay, so let's get on to today's subject. So again, the topic is Richard Sutphen, also known as Dick Sutphen. He was born in April 3rd, 1937, and then he was, he passed away on September 1st, 2020. He was a prolific author. He wrote 25 books in a time period where no one was writing that many books on a particular subject. So he wrote many books. He was someone who was started in the 70s, I want to say the mid-70s. His claim to fame was a book called You Were Born Again to Be Together. Now, Dick Sutphen is a hypnotist. He is someone who uses hypnosis for paranormal, occult type of research or applications in service to his clients. So this book documents a lot of cases he's come across doing his past life regressions and kind of talking a little bit about what that means and the spirit of reincarnation and karma and all of that type of stuff. So that's kind of how his career started. You know, that being said, he was somebody who was interested in, did a lot of research and taught in a lot of different fields. He was just somebody who kind of took to all of these different things. So when you think of things like spirit guides, psychic development, out-of-body experiences, automatic writing, remote viewing, developing, I already said psychic abilities, developing intuition, all of these different types of things he was into, and he, after he gained some competence in it, he created some products behind it, audio products, which you can still get. I'll talk a little bit about that later in case you want to check him out. But like I said, he was a kind of pioneer in the 70s with some of these things. And also I want to mention Ingo Swann. If any of you, since I mentioned the words remote viewing, Ingo Swann is, like Dick Sutphen, was a pioneer in that particular field. He was almost like when it started, as far as a field's concerned, became more mentioned in books and things like that. It was usually him that was at the forefront. He was tested at Stanford University. He went on a project with two paranormal researchers funded by the CIA to experiment and test remote viewing applications. Our government was very interested in what Ingo Swann could do. So Dick Sutphen and he were really good friends. Now, he also, another thing that's important to mention, because I started to get off track for a second, is that he was also one of the first people to start using subliminals, music, in combination with hypnosis recordings, and doing it in a very systematic, practical, and effective way. Of course, a lot of that stuff has become more popular nowadays. He was kind of in the forefront of all of that. He also traveled around the country. He was teaching classes in hypnosis, teaching classes in metaphysics. He taught a lot in Sedona, Arizona. By the way, one of his books was on the Sedona energy vortexes. These vortexes of energy that supposedly are in Sedona. He wrote a book about it, and the Native Americans talk about the energy there. You can go into some pretty wild meditations and things. I've been to Sedona and kind of had that experience for myself. I was reminded when I went through his stuff today, because this is how this all started. I'm getting back into doing some hypnosis, and I went through my material, and all of a sudden I came across this guy. I was like, how could I forget about him? So he did a lot of trainings. I actually was able to participate in one of his trainings, and for a couple days, and it was on metaphysical counseling. So I was able to take the multi-day training, take a test, and be certified in metaphysical counseling under him. So that was pretty cool. So in any case, if you are interested in his books, of course Amazon has them. If you're interested in his audio product, you can download them off of Audible. And that is basically it. I wanted to kind of introduce somebody to you all who you may have not have heard of, or especially if you've been in some of these fields and you're maybe a younger person, you might not have heard about this guy. Well, all right. I will talk to you all later. Please subscribe and like. It's good to visit with you all again. Take care. Bye-bye.